Hi, folks. This is Dr. Don. It's Friday afternoon, about 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and I have been, as usual, playing around with AI a bit. The things are changing so fast, it's really hard to keep up with what the current capabilities are. And although you've got to be careful in using the AI tools, I think it's important that you find time just literally to play with these things and learn what they can do and not do. Like I said, it's changing all the time. I had previously tried to use Claude, which is perhaps my favorite AI tool for doing coding. I teach some courses where we use R and moving to Python, and Claude is an excellent tool for helping with that. But I thought, let's just look and see what's the latest capabilities of the free version of Claude to work with Excel files. And so I took a copy of the data file for Module 2, and one of the things I've learned for most of these AI tools is that when you're working with Excel, it's best to simplify the Excel file or the CSV file that you upload. And I usually do that by just using a simple workbook with just one worksheet in it. And I find that is best until you really get to know how to work with these things. So that's what I did here. I took the Module 2 data file, and I just focused on the one where we're looking at the number of failures in the SSD test. So I started out, I just asked it, I have an Excel task. If I upload an Excel file or CSV, some of these things don't like Excels. I think it's a proprietary thing, but they will work with CSVs. And so it gave me this answer that it can do a number of things, and it told me here it can use either the Excel or the CSV. So that's what I uploaded, that simplified SSD data sheet, just a single data sheet. And then it started thinking about it, and it had a constantly give me a feedback. By the way, over here on the side, I've hidden most of it. It's where it will produce what are known as artifacts and kind of give you its process as it goes. And I'll go over this report here in a minute. So, but anyway, it started analyzing the data, and it was giving a bunch of feedback over here on the side. And you can see it's still analyzing data. And then it gave me this summary of the task. And I had forgotten to upload the actual assignment instructions. So this was interesting because it kind of figured out it on its own what needed to be done, and it produced this table, which is one of the requirements. I hadn't asked it for this table, but it's a logical thing for it to do. And for each model, it calculated the pass count, the fail count, the pass rate percentage, and the fail rate percentage, which is pretty doggone nice. And then it gave us an artifact that I'll show you in a little bit that was really a report that you could use. And let me just expand this a bit. It gave me 3 here, and this is let me go to the first one here. And it set this up as an HTML file, but you could actually export it as various types. But it gave me an executive summary. It's something like you might turn in to your boss or for a grade there of what it found. And it's pretty doggone useful. The reason I'm showing you these things, I want you to learn how to use Excel. Yes, you still need to learn the basics of Excel. But these tools are being integrated in almost every company's data systems going forward. And so you need to know basic Excel so you can do the data manipulation if you don't learn a coding language. But still, the boss is going to want you to use the tools to do this work faster, and you've got to develop critical thinking so you can evaluate periodically. In here, the Claude would tell me, remember, I can make mistakes, and it can. It doesn't hallucinate as much as it used to, and I think that hallucinate is probably a bad word, but it can make mistakes just like any assistant you have. And it went through and gave me a very, very nice report. So I was reading here on this side. Let me go back so you can see more of my interaction. And it kind of is giving me this summary as it goes. And it started to make some recommendations, which are logical. You know, if reliability is a primary concern, Model 2 is the best choice. Model 1 is a close second, 3 and 4 higher failure rates. Then it talked about some follow-on testing, which might be logical. Again, good for your report. And then I asked her, okay, but I need to do this with Excel, because I'm going to be graded on turning in an Excel file, at least for this particular class. And it said it can help me, but the way it helps you, it will go through and suggest places to put formulas in, and it will give you the formulas, tell you which cell to put them in. They're B48, use the COUNTIF, plus this. And this is very similar to the actual formulas that I use. And you can see you can copy that and paste it directly into your Excel workbook. It will help. All these have a copy. And then it tells you how to go through, how to create the bar charts, step by step, insert charts, column chart, format the title, same thing that my little video show, fail count bar chart, get tongue tied there. And it's pretty doggone good, so it's very helpful. And then, you know, I surmise, okay, I'm thinking from this that you can actually do it in the Excel file. Some of these AI tools can actually put their work in the Excel using Excel formulas. Some will use Python and put that in your Excel. Others are like Claude here presently on this model that can just tell me where to put formulas and what the formulas are. So I said, okay, is there a way to export the tables and graphs? And that's when it came back and says, okay, I'll create a markdown report. A markdown report is just a universal, it's a text file that you can then open in Word or whatever the program you have and customize it. And that's what's over here. I'm going over here, and this was the HTML. But if I go down here to this second one, this is the actual report. And you can export as a markdown file, which is something I use particularly when we're doing things in code. Markdown is good. Or you can actually save this as a PDF. Pretty doggone snazzy. And then the next option over here is an HTML file, and you go there, and this is what they call interactive, and it's a web page that you can publish and share, and you can say I can hover over these. It's pretty nice graphic. So the tools are very, very helpful. And again, I really want you to find time to play with these things. I know you're scrunched for times, but along the way there, you know, take a break and spend 30 minutes playing with these things. I think it's going to be very beneficial. You can't use it a lot, you know, for this course because it doesn't actually do the stuff in Excel for you. But if you follow its instructions, you could, you know, work your way through, just like those how-to videos I give you, this step-by-step here of showing you what to put where could be very, very helpful. So enough for this week, and next week I'll take a look with another tool on Module 3. So have a great weekend.